Hello, Dr. Crose here with Capitis Medical and Aesthetics. I'd like to enlighten the field a little bit regarding stem cell source and how to use them, as well as why we use different ones. So we know that mesenchymal stem cells are the most stable of the stem cells outside of the human body. They're easiest to handle and grow, and they also are the least likely to turn into some type of cancer cell or growth, which is one of the reasons we've been using them for over 20 years. So one of the interesting things that emerges when you look at them individually at their different sources, such as fat source, placental source, umbilical cord or umbilical blood, as well as fat, is that they do elicit slightly different epitopes and slightly different functions when they're actually being used. So fat has been around for a long time, probably the longest. It's great, easy to access, but in all the studies it seems to have the lowest potency and ability to regenerate. So we started looking at other sources such as placental and umbilical cord, as well as bone marrow. Bone marrow was the next easiest and probably longest used due to bone marrow biopsies and bone marrow aspirates. Very potent, very good, easy to get from humans, but the problem is they lose potency and their capacity to expand and divide into multiple generations for use is very limited. Not much further than about 5 generations in expansion before you get some genetic variation and decreased potency and differentiation of the cells. Placental and umbilical cord are similar, with umbilical cord being superior in its ability to expand with the least amount of DNA variation and retain potency as each generation continued. So with that in mind, I would say that it's best to use placental or umbilical cord sources because of their consistency in genetic profile and potency with each progressive generation that's being used. So that's just my own personal feeling on this. I do like bone marrow sources for various different treatments, and I've previously given talks on some of the different regenerative capacities of these different sources. But once again, this is Dr. Crose. Have a wonderful day.